That's Tamborine Mountain. That's where I'm going. We're on the road to Tamborine. In fact, it's called Tamborine Mountain Road. It's a nasty road, one could almost say traumatic, full of hairpin bends, and you see that car's slowed right down almost to a crawl. It's a bad bend, that one. I just came around it. And if you misjudge it, that's what you get. Let me come up to the edge. There. Now on the other side, there's more bends. It's just bend after bend after bend, all the way up the mountain. I keep seeing flowers where people have died by the side of this road, this mountain road. Now there you can see the remains of a car that went down. Here's another bend. There's 20 or 30 of these bends. See the edge of the road? It's almost crumbling down into this ravine here. You've got to come very slowly around these hairpins, because if you don't survive. A lot of drivers, especially young men, I won't say a lot, but some drivers, especially young men, think you don't have to slow down, and they think that two wheels is the way to come around these bends, and they don't get home. That's interesting up there. It's a rock that's been painted. Looks like a keyboard, a piano keyboard, and music has been painted on it. That's my van up in the distance with the dogs in it. I didn't bother bringing them out, not on this narrow little road. Even on a leash, I just wouldn't feel safe having them here. So it's a long way up on that side of the road, but at least you can't go off the road upwards unless you're on a ramp. But on this side it's a long way down. This was a triple fatality on this bend. 3 people died. Last year, 2010. Unfortunately, it's all too common, and they're always young people. Thick rainforest. You can hardly see the sun. Looking right up. Amazing trees, some of them. Rainforest trees, all of them. And they go so much higher than the road. We're in the township, actually it's not a township, it's a hamlet of Eagle Heights. On Tamborine Mountain there is Eagle Heights, there is Mount Tamborine as another town, there is North Tamborine, and at the very bottom there's another town just called Tamborine. So this is Eagle Heights. I have to show you this teapots place. It's very famous, Tamborine Mountain teapots. They make their own teapots. You can buy them online at Tamborine Mountain Teapots. They make all sorts of teapots and cups and mugs. That's a nice looking teapot, isn't it? Interesting ones. There's a nice looking one. They're not cheap. Well, I mean, they're not expensive either. That's $55. That bluebird wouldn't last long, or the finial on the top. They get chipped off if you weren't very careful. Beautiful work though. Teapots after teapots after teapots. They're made right here on the premises. Plenty of walking tracks through the rainforest itself. Ooh, now it's getting quite cold. I'm in short sleeves and shorts because out there in the sun you need them. I've just entered the canopy of the rainforest and the temperature has gone down significantly. I'm not going to walk up here because I've left the dogs in the car and the motor going, and it's not locked either. But there's some magnificent rainforest stuff here. See this tree here with all the stuff growing up it. The trees here grow so tall, so high, that I'm not surprised to see a motel called that. Those hills of the caldera stretch away into the distance. You can't. At the very base of the mountain is Tamborine. It's just called Tamborine, and that's the town down there. This is a hang gliding takeoff point. It's not a weekend right now. I hope you can hear me above the cicadas. It's not a weekend right now, so there's no one here, but on weekends this place is full of hang gliders taking off. That's why they've got that air sock there, so people can see the wind. And what they do, they run down this slope just as fast as they can run. Of course they're strapped into their hang gliders, and they take off. And on a weekend, the sky here is just full of hang gliders. You could see maybe 10, 15, 20 hang gliders at any one time. It's a very steep slope, this. And when you're running down it, you can really get some speed up, and the wind really gets into your hang glider's plane or sail or whatever it's called. And then it's hopefully plain sailing. What a lovely spot to spend the night. It's only, I think, about 2 p.m. but we've had a very busy morning since about 3 a.m. So I'm going to park here and we'll spend the rest of today and tonight here.